Dear students, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am Ansar Ahmad Ganai, lecturer history. Our today's topic for 11th class students of each subject is who were Sufis and what were the teachings of Sufism in Central Islamic lands. Dear students, let's try to know as to who were Sufis. You know that the foundation of Islam was laid by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he laid the foundation of first state of Medina, Islamic state of Medina. And after Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his four rightly guided Khalifas, namely Khalifa Abu Bakr, Khalifa Omar, Khalifa Usman, and Khalifa Ali, ruled the Islamic empire. And then after Khalifas, there came the time of Umayyad dynasty, and after Umayyad dynasty came the time of Abbasid dynasty. So a number of Muslims ruled the Islamic empire in Central Islamic lands. But initially, during the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, people followed religion and religious practices. People followed Islam and Islamic practices with devotion and dedication, and followed each and every commandment given to them by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But with the passage of time, the people of Islamic lands began to get more interest in the worldly matters. People began to get interest in worldly desires. People began to get interest in getting more and more wealth, becoming more and more rich, going after this world. And the people began to have less interest in religion and religious practices, in Islam and Islamic practices. As a result, a group of people came who were deeply religious minded, who thought that humans had not come to this world to enjoy worldly desires, to amass wealth, to get rich. They thought that this was not the aim of the humans in the world. They thought the aim of the humans in the world was to serve God, was to recognize God, was to understand the existence of God, was to serve this religion of God, serve Islam. So these people, this group of these religious minded people, what they did, they renounced, they left away the worldly desires. They gave up the worldly desires. They gave up their families, they gave up relations, they gave up richness, they gave up wealth, everything, and dedicated themselves to the cause of religion, dedicated themselves to the cause of God, and left everything behind. And this preferred asceticism, means rahbaniyat, which they called. Rahbaniyat means they left everything behind and went after the cause of God, went after the cause of religion, tried to understand the existence of God. So these people who left the worldly desires, who left the worldly interests and wealth and other things, and dedicated themselves to the cause of God, to the cause of Allah, to the cause of Islam, to the cause of religion, came to be known as Sufis. And whatever these Sufis preached to the people, that came to be known as Sufism, or to what they call Tasawwuf. So let's know what this Sufism, or what the people who had this, which they call the Tasawwuf, what are the teachings of Sufis which they preached through their Sufism or Tasawwuf. Number one, Sufis or Sufism preached that humans should renounce the worldly desires. They should leave worldly desires, because they thought humans had not come into this world to enjoy worldly pleasures, to enjoy the wealth of world, but they had come to renounce this world. So their first this teaching or preaching was that humans should leave worldly desires. That's what they call as Zuhd, Z-U-H-D. And what should do then humans? Humans should completely rely on God alone. Humans should completely focus on God, focus on the existence of God, focus on the cause of God, focus on the cause of religion. And that's what they call tawakkul. So Sufis preached, or Sufism preached, first of all, Zuhd, living the world, and tawakkul means believing and relying on one God only. Number one. Number two, the Sufis preached the idea of pantheism. Pantheism means trying to become one with God, seeking oneness with God, or making union with God. Means that Sufism preaches that every human in this world should try to become one with God, should try to become part of God. And this is a very deep philosophy. We need to just understand it in a very simpler words. It will take a lot of time if we try to explain it in in detail. But simply we need to understand here, pantheism is the idea which Sufis preach, according to which they sought to seek union with God or oneness with God. And they believed that oneness with God can be achieved how? Through intense love of God. That is what they call ishq. So Sufis believed oneness and union with God was only possible by following in ishq, that is complete love and devotion with God. Number 2. Number 3, Sufis preached service to mankind, or khidmati khalaq, was the best service, was the best worship which a man can do in this world. They believed that the rituals of the religions and different religions are at their own place, but the khidmati khalaq, the service to mankind, was the biggest service that a man could do in his lifetime to the people. And it is one of those services, it is one of those worshippers which can take man near the God. Number 3. Number 4, Sufis believed that music, that's what they call sama, which what they call sama, was an important means to stimulate or to arouse the emotions of love and passion towards God. Sufis believed that it was music which could encourage, which could stimulate, which could arouse what? The emotions of love, emotions of passion, emotions of devotion towards God. So Sufis, this organizing musical concerts with the help of which they try to rise the emotions and seek union and this love with God. So Sufis had idea of this music as well to reach the God. Number 4, Sufis believed that there was no religious discrimination. Whether anyone was Muslim, he was a Christian, he was Hindu, or he was a man, he was a woman, he was a rich, he was a poor, no problem was that. So whatever the basis was, that one had to renounce the world and become dedicated to the cause of God. And everyone could become a Sufi. As per Sufis, there was no bondage of religion. There is no bondage of this gender. There is no bondage of status, high or low. Everyone who wanted to become the part of Sufism, he could become, but the condition was that he had to renounce and give up all the worldly desires, and he can then become a Sufi. Number next, Sufis believed in the ideology of fana and baka. What does it mean? Fana meant Sufis believed that every human being must surrender completely before God, must destroy his nafs, must destroy his self. That's what they call the fana, and merge into God. And when he merges into God, when he seeks union with God, he will become everlasting. His existence will never come to an end when he seeks union with God. And that everlasting union with God, they call that baka. So Sufis had the belief in the ideology of fana and baka. And these were some important teachings of Sufism. So these are very complex and broad based. I tried my best to make you understand these teachings in this less possible time. Thank you.